Hare Krishna Mataji, Sandvat Pranam. Please accept my humble
Krishna
obeisances.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah, let us quickly start our session with Mangalacharan. Yeah, today we are going to start our 12th chapter, that is devotional service. So we are discussing the Bhakti Yoga chapters, and this chapter specifically is also called the Bhakti Yoga devotional service. It is to Mangalacharan. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन जी की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताई की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय, जगत गुरु पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। So let us let us go to the acronym. The acronym given for this chapter is God. G-O-D. G stands for Godhead, 1 to 7 shlokas. O for options, 8 to 12. D for devotees disposition, 13 to 20. So Godhead, options, devotees disposition. Okay. So the acronym for this is a bit short. Every acronym usually we see with 4 letters. But the first chapter it was 5 letters. Now this 12th chapter it is with 3 letters, G-O-D. Okay. And this is also one of the shortest chapters in Bhagavad Gita. So we have 12 and 15th chapters, they are the shortest chapters of Bhagavad Gita, whereas 18 and the second chapter, they are considerably big chapters in Bhagavad Gita. So these two chapters, 12th and 15th chapters, they contain only 20 shlokas. Okay, so this is a bit shortest chapter. Yes. Godhead, options, devotees disposition. So Arjuna had some questions related to the Godhead. So Arjuna would be asking Krishna regarding those questions related to the Godhead. And after explaining Arjuna's questions, Krishna also would give some options in understanding or in doing our bhakti basically. So what are those options in the progressive stages of bhakti? And also the devotee's disposition. Okay, we'll discuss the three concepts in today's chapter. Yeah, today's chapter is also dedicated to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Godhead, 1 to 7 shlokas. So this chapter starts with Arjuna's question. Arjuna uvacha evam satatayukta ye bhaktasvam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect, those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? So, yeah. Uh, Yesterday, Arjuna got the desire to see which form of the Lord?
Universal form, Mataji.
Universal form, yeah. So Arjuna requested Krishna to show his universal form, and Krishna had shown the universal form. And after that, when Krishna had actually withdrawn his universal form, and when Arjuna was able to see the two-handed form of the Lord, he was pacified and he was calm and composed and peaceful. Now, after having the darshan of this universal form, the four-handed form, and the two-handed form of the Lord, Arjuna got this question. So he was asking, "What is better, Krishna? Is it good to like? Is it more better to engage in your devotional service, or is it more better if we can worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested?" So let us see what is Krishna saying for this, and then I will give you the explanation. Like, what is the difference between worshipping the Supreme Lord or connecting to the impersonal Brahman? Okay. So, Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Maya Veshya Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopetas Te Me Yukta Tamo Mataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect." So Krishna is giving answer to Arjuna, and the answer goes like this. He is saying, those who are engaged in my personal form, basically engaged in devotional service to the personal form of the Lord, they are considered to be great and they are considered to be most perfect. So Krishna is saying this. So basically, when we consider Bhagavan, Krishna has three features. Okay. So the three features goes like this. They are, the first feature is impersonal Brahman. The second feature is Paramatma. And the third feature is the Bhagavan feature. Okay. Three features for Krishna: impersonal Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Okay. So let us compare this with the example, with the analogy of the sun, so that we can understand what are these three features of the Bhagavan mean to us. Okay. So when we consider sun, the sun basically has also these three features. Basically, the sun has sunshine, the sun has the sun globe, and the sun also has the predominant deity, the sun god. Yeah, yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So basically, the sun has three aspects: the sunlight, the sun globe or the sun planet, and the predominating deity of the sun. So sunlight is just the rays emanating from the sun. Sun planet is like the disk that we see, the round shaped disk of the sun planet that we see. But apart from these two, there is a person who is presiding the sun, that is the sun god. Yeah. So similarly, for Bhagavan also there are three features. The first feature is impersonal Brahman. Impersonal means you can understand from the name itself that there is no personality here. It is impersonal. So no personality. It is just the rays of the Bhagavan. So effulgence. See, Bhagavan as a person, he is so bright and so effulgent that the rays would be emanating from his body. So that effulgence of Bhagavan is nothing but impersonal Brahman. Okay. And Paramatma, we already know. So Krishna, as the feature of Paramatma, in the size of the thumb, he enters in every atom, every particle, every atom of this universe. And that's how the consciousness had had taken place in the universe, that we have already discussed. So this is the second feature of Krishna. The third feature and the final and the ultimate feature of Bhagavan is Krishna himself. Okay. So three features. Can you tell me the three features of Bhagavan? The first feature is
Impersonal Brahman,
Impersonal Brahma, Paramatma,
Brahmatma and Bhagavan.
Bhagavan. What is impersonal Brahman?
grace of Bhagwan.
personality.
Yes. The effulgence from the body of the Supreme Lord. Nothing but the rays emanating from the body of the Supreme Lord. And Paramatma, we already know, the super soul. Yeah. And the third feature is the ultimate feature, that is Krishna himself as a person. Yeah. So now let us come back to the Arjuna's question. So Arjuna's question is related to the first and the third features. So Arjuna was asking, what is the better approach, Krishna? Is it better that if I worship the impersonal Brahman, or if I take to the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Basically, the personal form of the Lord. If I take to the devotional service to the personal form of the Lord, is it better? Or if I worship the impersonal Brahma Jyoti, Jyoti, it is also called Brahma Jyoti. Jyoti means light, right? So impersonal Brahman is also called Brahma Jyoti. So what is the better option? So what did Krishna say? So Krishna was saying, those who fix their minds on my personal form. So basically, even though all these three are my features only, but Arjuna, if there are people who can engage their minds on my personal form and engage in my devotional service, they are considered to be most perfect. Yeah. So in spirituality also, these are like three levels. So approaching the impersonal Brahma Jyoti is first level, uh, and connecting to the super soul Paramatma is the second level. The third and the topmost and the supreme level is directly connecting to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is Krishna himself as a person, and engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. This is the third level in our spiritual progress, basically. So can anyone say what is that we are trying to present through Bhagavad Gita? Since you have heard like 11 chapters so far, so what is the main essence of Bhagavad Gita? As already Krishna said in the answer, but I just want to hear from you. So what does Bhagavad Gita say? Is it connecting to impersonal Brahman? Is it connecting to Paramatma? Or is it connecting to Krishna as a person?
Krishna is a person.
Krishna as a person.
Correct. That's why we always say you offer something to Krishna with love. Yeah. So, is it possible for us to offer something to a Jyoti, a light, and a light accept
No.
that and reciprocate to us? Not possible, right? So, basically, Bhagavad Gita's main essence is related to the topmost stage of bhakti, that is worshipping the personal form of the Lord. Okay. Yeah, let us see what is Krishna also saying for the first category, like those who are worshipping the impersonal Brahman. So what is it said here? Kleshodikatarastesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta higatir dukkham dehavadbir avapyate. So for those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. So, Archana, you have asked me two paths. As I said, the second path is ultimate, the best. But let me tell you the problem involved in the first path also, so that you will also be convinced why I have told you to take to the path of the second option. For the first path, Krishna was saying, for those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of the Supreme, so basically, who are getting attracted or attached to the Brahma Jyoti feature, actually their advancement is very troublesome. Yeah, so basically to make progress in that path is always difficult, especially for us, especially the souls who are conditioned like us. Okay, the best option is connecting to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, Krishna himself had said this. Now let us see the difference between worship of the impersonal Brahman and worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Before that, yeah, just go through this translation. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service, and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Prutha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So Krishna was saying here, you see, this path is very troublesome. And you see this one, for them, I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So the path that you have set, the Brahmajyoti path, is like very troublesome. But when it comes to bhakti, since you are connecting to me, since you are worshipping me, since your mind is completely absorbed and engaged in me, I will be supporting you and I will make sure that you will be easily crossing this ocean of birth and death. So Krishna as a person is giving us assurance here regarding to the worship of the personal form of the Lord. Now let us see the differences between the two kinds of worship. Yeah, other processes of yoga and bhakti yoga. So basically, when we do bhakti yoga, bhakti means connecting to the supreme form of the Lord, that is the personal form of the Lord. So bhakti doesn't mean connecting to Brahma Jyoti. Okay, so the essence of Bhagavad Gita lies in bhakti yoga, that is, it lies in connecting ourselves to the personal form of the Lord. So, but when you come to the other processes like Gnana Yoga, see, now we have completed Karma Yoga. Now we are in Bhakti Yoga, and the future chapters will be Gnana Yoga, right? So those who take to the path of Gnana Yoga, those people will be attracted to the impersonal feature of the Lord. Okay, so that's why when you see the heading in the slide, the other processes, other yogas, basically that yoga is nothing but the Gnana Yoga. But when we are talking about Bhakti, it is like connecting to the Supreme Lord. Okay, is it clear or confusing? This is bit philosophical, but I'm trying to explain you in detail so that you would be able to understand it. Is it confusing?
No,
No,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Okay. Yeah, other processes of yoga which makes us connect to the impersonal Brahman. Basically, this is impersonal Brahman path, and this is the personal feature of the Lord, worshipping the personal feature of the Lord. So you see the left side, it is controlling the senses. But here in Bhakti Yoga, it is engaging the senses. So, as I said already, our senses always need some engagement. So if somebody say us to sit idle for like 1 month continuously, is it possible for us? Is it easy for us? No, obviously not. But if someone says, can you do this work? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? Then it is easy and it is natural and we feel also engaged. Yes?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So mm, basically impersonal Brahman, in that path, we have to control our senses. We are not supposed to do anything with our senses. So just shutting all the senses. But on the other hand, Bhakti Yoga path is we are engaging the senses in the service of the Lord. So this is more natural. That's why Krishna was saying this path is troublesome because you have to control your senses, Arjuna. That is very troublesome. Yeah. Understand the Brahman through Upanishads, learning Sanskrit, non-perceptual feelings, celibacy. So here, in order to understand the impersonal Brahman feature, you have to approach them through Upanishad study, okay? And you have to maintain this celibacy also. You're not supposed to have any sexual relationships, any marital relationships. And whereas in Bhakti Yoga, understanding Krishna through devotional service by rendering Navavidha Bhakti. Here, it is simple, like you can have family, you can have children, you can be with your family, everything is normal, but here what you're adding to your life, you're just adding Navavidha Bhakti to your life. So here you have to leave everything, but here you just have to add the process of bhakti into your life. So this is natural. The path that is presented in the Bhakti Yoga is natural to us. This is troublesome and this is easy and natural. No relationship with the Lord. As I said, in the impersonal Brahman, there is no form of the Lord. So it is just Jyoti. So Jyoti will not be able to reciprocate with us. Yes? Yes, no? Yeah?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Whereas in Bhakti Yoga, we have intimate personal relationship with the Lord. So basically, whatever we are doing in bhakti, everything is being calculated and everything is being counted. So Krishna is making note of everything that we are doing as a service to the Supreme Lord. So let me tell you a small example. So in the olden days, when a servant works for his owner, usually nowadays servants would be changing. Like every few months, like the servants they would leave, or the owner might not like the servant, and the servants would be changing. But in the olden days, it was like this. There would be one servant, and that servant would be serving his master for his entire life. Yes or no? Have you seen have you know this concept earlier?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Yeah. So basically, his life and soul would be in serving that master, and the master also he will take care of all the needs of the servant. So it is like when a festival comes, so he will make sure that the servant would get proper clothing, and he would get some nice goods, things. So he would take care of the needs of the servant. And there was no question of giving money also at that time in the olden days. It is just that all the needs of the servant would be taken care by the master. So after like 50, 60 years of serving this master, this servant, he was almost at the end of his retirement, like at the age of his retirement. And he went to his master and said, dear master, I have served you for so long. Now I cannot serve you anymore. So I just want to take leave from the service. Then the master said, okay, fine. Anyway, you are already old enough. So yeah, it is good that you have to mm, go. I mean, you have to retire from this. And now the servant started crying in front of the master. And the master asked, why are you crying? What happened now? Then he said, like, dear master, from last 40 years, 45 years, I have been serving you and you are taking care of all my needs. But somehow I did not save anything for myself. Now it is the time for me to retire, and I don't have anything now because I cannot work now. I should have something with me now to take care of myself, but I have nothing left with me. So I'm just thinking, how will be my livelihood from now on? Then the master said, you just go to that room and open the room. And he went to the, I mean, he opened the door for that particular room, and he had seen that there were some pots kept there, and there was a cloth covering all the pots. And this servant, the master said, just remove the cloth. And the servant removed the cloth, and he could see some coins, yeah, gold coins preserved in all those pots. And then the servant asked, what is this? Master said, that is all yours. Then the servant was like, but how come this is all mine? And the master started saying that this pot is for that service that you have rendered me, and I have stored and preserved this pot for you exclusively for this service. And that pot is meant for that service that you have done to me. That pot is for that. So he had told all the details for all the services that he had done so far, and the master had saved all the gold coins on behalf of the servant. So you can just imagine, if a normal materialistic person could do this, what would Krishna do when we go and serve him selflessly? Yeah, is it clear?
Yes, Mataji.
So when we are just approaching a master in this material world, and if a master of this material world could do this to us, what about the master of the entire creation, the supreme master, the supreme Lord? If we just go to him and serve him selflessly, so without any motives, it is just for the pleasure of the Lord I am serving you, then what would Krishna would be eager to give to us, right? So maybe the masters of this material world would give some gold coins, but Krishna is like, I myself will be yours. So Krishna would say that. Yeah. So that kind of personal relationship will be there only in bhakti. Yeah. Can we expect this kind of relation with a Jyoti?
Yeah.
Obviously
No,
not.
Mataji.
Yeah. So this is how Krishna reciprocates with his devotees. So So it depends on our own endeavor. This path of approaching the Brahma Jyoti, it completely depends on our own endeavor. Hence, this path is troublesome. So it is all by our own endeavor. No help, nothing. But here in Bhakti Yoga, Krishna delivers devotees. So Bhakti Yoga goes like this. Let's say if there are like 100 steps, like we are 100 steps far from Krishna. So the distance between us and Krishna is 100 steps. And if we are taking the trouble to take one step, then Krishna is ready there to cover the 99 steps so that we can finish our journey. Yeah. So in bhakti, it is not just our endeavor, it is mercy also. As I said yesterday, bhakti goes like this: ascending service, descending mercy. So when our service ascends, we attract more and more mercy. And with this service and mercy combination, the spiritual journey would be extremely fast. And it also becomes easy because of the mercy given by Krishna to us. Yeah. And this is partial realization. Basically, Krishna is Sat Chit Ananda. Okay. But when it comes to Brahma Jyoti, it is just Sat and Chit. Sat means eternal. So always existing. Sat. Chit means full of knowledge. Ananda means full of bliss. Okay. When it comes to Brahma Jyoti, it is just Sat and Chit. It is eternal and it is full of knowledge. But when it comes to the personal form of the Lord, the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, it is Sat Chit Ananda. How does we get Ananda? Because when we are rendering service to Krishna, we automatically get that satisfaction. We automatically get that bliss because we are serving. That is our innate nature to serve Krishna, and by serving, we would get that happiness. Yeah, is it clear? The difference between Brahma Jyoti and the Bhakti Yoga, basically connecting to the
Yes,
Supreme Lord. Okay. So hence we can rule out specifically in this Kali Yuga, the easiest, as I said in earlier classes, Bhakti Yoga is the quickest, surest, easiest process. It is quick because to our endeavor, Krishna's mercy is getting added. So it is quick and it is easiest. Easiest because it is natural to us. We don't need to control our senses. We don't need to stop ourselves from doing something. It is like whatever you want to do, you do it, but you do it for the pleasure of Krishna. Let's say you like to hear some songs. Then earlier you might be hearing some movie songs, but now you can still enjoy listening to the songs, but now you can start listening to the kirtans of the Lord. Yeah. So you don't need to control yourself. You can just engage your senses in the service of the Lord. You make Krishna as the center and you can do all your activities. So this is natural to us, hence it is easy. So quickest, easiest, and this path is surest. Okay. Yeah, now let us go to options. Perfect devotional service. Mayyeva manadatsva mai buddhim niveshaya nivasishyasi mayyeva ata urdhvam na samshayah. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. So now Krishna starts saying, see, what did Krishna say now when it comes to the discussion of impersonal Brahman or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna? What did Krishna say the best option?
Supreme
It is,
Personality of God.
yeah. So worshipping, basically the devotional service to Bhagavan is the best option. Now, since I've told you the devotional service is the best option, how can you do the devotional service? He is giving the options, the levels, the progressive stages of devotional service from 12.8 onwards. Okay. So the first stage is the highest stage that Krishna is saying, and that is the shloka that we have just recited. 12.8 is the highest stage. So what is Krishna saying here? Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. What is Krishna saying? Mayyeva manadatsva may buddhim niveshaya. You have to fix your mind and intelligence on me. Without, then what happens? You will live with me. But is it easy for all of us to fix our mind and intelligence on Krishna 24/7, 365 days?
No, Mataji.
No, we are not at that level basically. As I said, this is the topmost level. Your mind, your intelligence, everything is completely fixed and completely absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. So this is the highest stage of devotional service. But after listening to this, we might say, Krishna, I'm not up to this level. So what is my position now? Then Krishna is giving the second option. Let us see what is the second option. So sadhana bhakti. So earlier it was perfect devotional service. Now it is sadhana bhakti. So practicing devotion. This is devotional service in practice. Okay. Atachittam samadhatum na shaknosi mai sthiram abhyasa yogena tato mamichaptum dhananjaya. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. So, what is Krishna saying here? If you cannot fix your mind and intelligence on me, then what you have to do? You have to follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. By this, you will develop the desire to attain me. So, the first stage, the desire was already there, that I just want to be immersed in the thoughts of Krishna. I just want to reach Krishna. So that was natural in the first stage. But in the second stage, we are doing some sadhana, some practice so that we are developing this desire to fix our minds on Krishna. Is it clear? Second stage is bit a low stage compared to the first one. So here we are asked to do some regulative principles of bhakti. By this, we can start developing this desire to attain Krishna. Actually, when we are listening to Bhagavad Gita, when we have started chanting, we all comes under this category. Like we are in the sadhana bhakti. Okay. Let us see what is Krishna saying further in the sadhana bhakti, because this is something very close to what we are doing now. So rules and regulations of bhakti. The first thing is basically all these rules are meant to purify our senses by guidance of spiritual master. So we have to approach a spiritual master and we have to be under his guidance. We have to follow the instructions given by the spiritual master. We have to rise early in the morning, enter temple and offer prayers, chant Hare Krishna, offer flowers to the Lord, cook for the Lord, honor prasadam, constant hearing of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam from devotees. So basically, these are the rules and regulations that we are supposed to follow in sadhana bhakti. So basically, connecting ourselves to the Lord. A, B, C, D. Association, books, chanting, diet, or deity worship. Whatever we discussed in our earlier classes, this is the major essence in the sadhana bhakti. So by doing this, what happens? A, B, C, D. See, when we are chanting, is it natural for us to get attracted to Krishna? So our mind is so comfortable, so convenient, and it says, okay, fine, chant more and get yourself absorbed in Krishna. Will the mind say like that?
No, Mataji.
No, definitely not. It always resists us. It always pulls us down. Don't go for chanting. No, don't go for Bhagavad Gita. Don't associate. No, you enjoy your time. So mind always says this. But what we are doing by this process, we are gradually developing the desire so that we can fix our mind on Krishna. So when we practice this process, ABCD process, for some duration, for some few years, then it becomes natural for us to fix our mind and intelligence on Krishna. Yeah. So initially it is difficult, but gradually we can reach to the stage of 12.8. That is the pure devotional service. Okay. Now we are all in the sadhana bhakti path. So,
Mataji,
yes, Mataji.
if we reach that 12.8, that first stage, is it equal to sixth chapter Dhyana Yoga?
No, Mataji, much better than Dhyana Yoga. Dhyana
Okay.
Yoga, they would connect to the Paramatma feature, Mataji. But
Okay.
this 12.8, it is connecting to the Supreme Lord. That is the topmost stage of Bhakti Yoga, Mataji.
Okay. More than that.
Yes, it is more than that. Obviously, definitely more than that.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. So 12.9 is the Sadhana Bhakti. Let us see what is Krishna saying further. Yeah, qualifications for this is anyone can do, and the results is surety of love of Godhead. So by this path, we can gradually attain to this stage, perfect devotional service. So this is the surest process. So let us say, if you cannot even practice the rules and regulations given in bhakti, then what is Krishna saying? Just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. So engage all your external senses in working for Krishna, work for Krishna's benefit, you will come to the perfect stage. So what is Krishna saying here? The first stage is mind and intelligence completely absorbed in Krishna. Second stage is trying to follow the sadhana so that we can gradually attach our mind and intelligence to Krishna. So if someone says this is also not possible for me, then the third stage is leave about your mind and intelligence, at least do some service for Krishna with your hands and legs. So going to the temple, cooking for the Lord, cooking for the Lord, serving prasadam for the devotees, and making some garlands for the Lord, mopping the floor of the temple. So all these activities, would they need absorption of mind and intelligence?
No, Mataji.
No. They are like physical activities, right? So basically what we are doing in the third level, since we cannot engage mind and intelligence on Krishna, either through the first level or through the second level, Krishna is giving a most or better option for us, that if you cannot engage them, you can just engage your senses in my personal service. Yeah, this is much easier. Yes or no? Like if we ask you to chant for 2 hours continuously without any break, that is quite difficult for us. Yeah. But if
Yes, ma'am.
someone says, can you come to the temple and serve prasadam for 1.5, 2 hours? Is it bit easy for us? Yes, no?
Easy,
Yes,
easy.
Mataji.
Exactly, easy. Or if someone asks us to come to the temple and help us in cleaning utensils or cutting some vegetables, is it not easy for us?
Easy.
Yes. So basically, engaging the mind and intelligence is the topmost thing. The first level, that is. And the second level is through chanting, through hearing, through our sadhana, we are cultivating the desire for the first stage. But if this is also difficult, the third stage is at least engage your senses in my service. This is third stage. Let us say if I cannot do this also, if someone says I cannot come to your temple, I cannot do anything for you, then what is my position? Can I not do advance in bhakti? Then what is Krishna saying is here? Let us see. At least give up the results. So if however you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. So basically, if you cannot do or if you cannot work for me, then do at least this thing. Like you work for yourself, try to give some percentage of your earnings or some the result that you obtain from your work, you offer that to me. So you got the difference between 3 and 4. The third stage is you go and work for the Lord, work for the pleasure of the Lord. The fourth stage is you work for yourself, but you give up the results. Like
Yes.
giving up the results as in, let's say we are earning so and so amount. So we will give some amount of Lord to the service of the Lord. Okay, some amount of money to the service of the Lord. So this is like the fourth stage. At least give up your results. This is the fourth stage. So we can see Krishna is so accommodative, so loving, so caring that he understands that not everyone is up to the level of completely getting his mind and intelligence absorbed in me. So, but I do not want to lose them also. So I'll give them options. So he started giving these options to us. The first level is engaging completely. Second level is doing sadhana so that we develop the desire to attain Krishna, so that we can gradually engage ourselves in Krishna's service. Third level is at least do something for me with your hands and legs, with your senses, working senses. If you cannot do that also, the fourth level is, okay, fine, whatever you are doing, do it for your sake, but give up the results. That is the fourth level. Yeah. So is it clear, the levels of bhakti?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So we can just imagine if Krishna is like one of us, then what would we do? No, this is the standard. You have to follow the standard only. We'll say that usually, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, but Krishna is, as I said, Krishna is much
More,
loving
more.
than millions of mothers' love is there with Krishna, and he's giving so many options to, so that everyone could take to the path of bhakti. Let's say you might be in the first stage, fine, you can advance in through the first stage. But if someone like me who are in the fourth stage, then it is like, okay, I don't want to leave you also. You be in the fourth stage, but start connecting to me through this way also, so that you can gradually rise from level 4 to level 3, level 3 to level 2, level 2 to level 1. Yeah, that's how you can be a perfect devotee. Okay, these are the options that Krishna is giving for all his devotees. So first thing is he said about impersonal Brahman and Bhagwan feature, and said that devotional service to Bhagwan is the best option. Now in the devotional service also Krishna is giving these 4 levels of options and saying that wherever you are, like which option suits you, you take to that option and come to me. Gradually you can elevate in the levels and you can reach to me. So now let us see what is Krishna saying further. So we have completed G, Godhead, O, options. Now let us see what is Krishna saying in devotees disposition. Yeah, devotees disposition. Basically, all the shlokas would contain the qualities of devotees. Okay, let us see. One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. So, Krishna started describing the qualities of pure devotees. So basically, bhakti is best. These are the levels of bhakti. Now, when you take to the path of bhakti, you start developing these qualities. So this is, or this chapter is all about devotional service. Hence, the name was given as devotional service. Okay. So let us see his qualities one by one. So one who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, basically. So when someone is, yeah, Advesta, when someone is a pure devotee of the Lord, he always have compassion to all the living entities. He will never be envious of anyone. Because you know what? Envy is the first reason for us being away from Krishna. You remember in our previous chapters, when you want to know about Krishna, when you have to connect to Krishna, you should be anasuyave. I said you should be non-envious. Yes, you remember this point?
Yes.
Yes, no? Yeah. So basically, this envy, this jealous feeling towards other living entities is a very dangerous thing. But a pure devotee, what does he do? Jealous is like a complete negative feeling. Since he started seeing Krishna in everyone, as Paramatma in every living entity, he starts showing compassion to each living entity. So jealousy opposite is compassion. So a people with demoniac nature would feel jealous of others, but a people with pure devotional nature, divine nature, would feel compassionate by seeing others. Yeah. So this is the first quality that Krishna describes in his pure devotees. You know what? In Kali Yuga, or let's say this like in previous yugas, like in Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, or Satya Yuga, divine and demoniac, the people would be like, few people will be divine and few people would be demoniac. Yes, like when you see Rama and Ravana. So Rama is completely on the divine side, Ravana is completely on the demoniac side. Yeah. So when you see Lord Hari and Hiranyakashipu, Lord Hari is on the divine side and Hiranyakashipu is on the demoniac side. And when you see Dwapar Yuga also, we have Kamsa, we have Shishupal, we have Dantavakra. So all these people on the demoniac side, and we have Krishna, Balaram, all these on the divine side. But when it comes to Kali Yuga, can you name someone who is divine, or and can you name someone who is demoniac?
All are demonial.
So basically, in Kali Yuga, we hold both the qualities of divine and demoniac natures. So the divine and demoniac natures lies within the same person only. Yeah. So hence, you see, in the previous yugas, the Lord comes and kills the people on the demoniac side. But in the Kali Yuga, it is like Lord is not coming and killing the people, because if God has to kill the people of the demoniac nature, everyone has to be killed here. Yeah, because we everyone possess the demoniac qualities to some or the other extent. But that's why the Yuga Dharma for this Kali Yuga is chanting the holy names. When you chant the holy names, the name itself is like Rama Bana. Okay, so how Rama had killed Ravana with his Banam, like with his arrow, similarly, the name, the holy name of the Lord is killing the inner demoniac nature of us. You understand? So basically, we possess both divine and demoniac qualities, by taking to the devotional service of the Lord, by chanting the holy names, whatever the demoniac qualities that we have within us will be completely eradicated. That's how the demons will be killed in Kali Yuga. Demons is like killing the demoniac nature. Yeah, is it clear? In the earlier yugas, we have two different persons, but in Kali Yuga, within the same person, both the divine and demoniac nature resides. And hence, by chanting the holy names, by following the Yuga Dharma, the demons in all of us would be killed. Okay. Yeah. So that's how we start developing compassion on others, pure devotees. And who does not think himself as a proprietor. So he definitely knows that I am not the proprietor. It is Krishna who is the proprietor. It is Krishna who owns everything, because he already knows that it is Krishna energy that is pervading the entire universe. If at all something has to be possessed by someone, it is Krishna who possesses everything in this universe. I am not at all the proprietor. Yeah. But unfortunately, these days, what we do, we feel we ourselves as the proprietor, and we go for the issues like land issues, we go for issues on property, we go for issues on other money related things. Yes. So we should understand that it is Krishna who is the proprietor and Krishna who is the controller. So I am not the proprietor. I am here for some time being. Okay. It is Krishna's energy that Krishna had given me for some time. Okay, we should possess this feeling always. And he is free from false ego. False ego means thinking that I am this body, I belong to this country, this is my family, this is my house. This is like false ego, the false designations. But we should definitely have the right ego. What is right ego? I am the soul and I belong to Krishna, and my the prime responsibility is connecting myself to Krishna. This is the right ego. If you have the ego that I am the servant of the Lord, that is the best ego. Usually, ego means the I am feeling. The I feeling is called ego. I, my, mine, me. That is ego. But when you add Krishna here, I am the servant of the Lord. Okay. So, this I is not wrong here, because you are adding the right ego here. But the problem is, usually we identify ourselves with the wrong designations, hence our ego becomes false ego. But when we identify ourselves with the perfect and the right designation, then that becomes our right ego, and it is always good to possess right ego. Okay. Yeah. And who is equal in both happiness and distress, tolerant, always satisfied. Basically, happiness and distress. So when one is convinced that I'm not this body, I'm the soul, if some happiness comes, that happiness is for this body, or if I lose something, that suffering is for this body. But at the soul level, I am not gaining anything and I'm not losing anything. So if you are able to reach to that level, will the happiness and distress will ever disturb you?
No.
No. Nowadays we are feeling we are getting disturbed because we are still at the bodily level. But by sadhana, by sincere practice of ABCD, then what happens, we can gradually come out of this bodily feeling, and we try to identify, recognize ourselves at the soul level. Then the happiness and distress for this body would not impact us. And tolerant, so they will be tolerant. So since they know that I am just part and parcel of Krishna, and I don't have the complete control, so when something goes against to his will also, he will be tolerant, because he understands that Krishna's plan is in work. Even though my plan is not working now, Krishna's plan is still in work. So you know what, there are only two things that happens. It is either our plan or it is Krishna's plan. Yeah, is there anything that can happen beyond these two things? Think of it. If there is something that we wish, and if that happens, it is like our plan. If we wish something and if that is not happening, then whose plan is working out there?
Krishna's planning.
Definitely Krishna's plan, because Krishna is completely running the entire universe. We thought of this. So when our plan is in action, we can be happy. Like, I thought of this and my plan is working out, so I am happy. Let's say I thought of something and something else is happening, then whose plan is in action? It is Krishna's plan is in action. So you should be more happy now. Yeah, because it is Krishna's plan which is in action. Even though I might have expected something out of this situation, but I got I got completely a different result. But still, it is Krishna's will, Krishna's thoughts, Krishna's plan is in action. So I should be more happy that Krishna is driving this situation in a different way. But definitely, this situation is meant for my own good. So hence, even though what you expect might not happen, will you be tolerant or not? Yes, no? Obviously we be tolerant when we understand this concept. Yeah.
Yes.
Always satisfied. He's always satisfied. Whatever the needs that he, in whatever the position that he is in, whatever the financial status that he is in, whatever the house that he is here in, like whatever the family that he has got, for everything he'll be always satisfied because he sees the hand of Krishna in everything. It is Krishna who is giving me all these things. So I'm satisfied and ever be contented with whatever I got. Okay, self-controlled and engaged in devotional service with determination. So a devotee engages in devotional service with firm faith and determination, and his mind and intelligence becomes fixed on Krishna, fixed on me. It is Krishna saying this, fixed on Krishna. So such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. So Krishna is saying such sort of devotee is very, very dear to me, dear to my heart. And Krishna is further describing the qualities of devotees. He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone. See, this point is very special. So, he is not disturbed by anyone and he will not disturb anyone. So, this is the quality of a devotee. But unfortunately, we are like, we will disturb others and will get disturbed by others. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So, by practicing bhakti, gradually we'll reach to that stage where even if somebody says something to us, we don't even care because I am here to please Guru, I'm here to please Krishna. So, as long as they are satisfied, they are happy with my service, with my work, with my life, I don't care of these people. So, he will not be disturbed with others and he would not go and disturb others also. So, that is the quality of a pure devotee. Okay. And who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety is very dear to me. As we have already discussed, happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, all these things, he will be equipoised because he starts to identify himself at the soul level. That's why he will be equipoised. He will not be disturbed by these dualities. My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result is very dear to me. So basically, so the devotee of Krishna is pure, he is expert. Like, since, see, what does a devotee do? A devotee always try to associate with the Lord and his devotees. Yes or no?
Yes, Mother.
So by chanting, by hearing, what happens? He is actually being in touch with the Supreme Lord. As I said, when we are chanting, we are not just with Krishna's names, but we are with Krishna. Yeah. So we are with Krishna. When we are hearing Krishna Katha also, we are with Krishna. So when we are
Yes.
doing some service to Krishna also, we are with Krishna. So basically, when we associate with a person, you know what? Our nature is determined by the top 5 people we associate with. Okay, this is a general thing. So let's say we are associating with very bad people who have very bad habits, and what happens gradually? We also turn to become
Because
bad. Yeah. So similarly, when we associate with good people who had some good qualities, so gradually we'll also develop those qualities. But in bhakti, what happens? It is not just good and bad. It is like the purest. We are associating with the all perfect, the supreme personality of Godhead. So automatically, what happens? Whatever the expertise that Krishna has, that expertise would be given to the devotees. Yeah. So the devotees start exhibiting the expertise in different fields because it is through the association, through the devotional service, through that connection to Krishna, they are getting all these talents, all these special skills. Yeah. And also will be free from pains and anxiety. So basically, you know what? Everyone would have lamentation on the past, illusion on the present, fear of the future. Shoka, moha, bhaya. Shoka, that is some regrets about past, like my past was not good, like if I had done this in my childhood, my life would have been better now. Or if I have taken to that option of career, my life would have been much better now. So we always have some sort of lamentation about our past. Okay. And we have illusion about present. So we'll be always be illusioned in the present moment. And also we always have fear about our future. So we're always like afraid, scared, like what happens. So if I lose this in the future, then what is my life? So will I possess this in the future or not? So this fear would always be there with us. But when you read Bhagavad Gita, when you do bhakti, what happens, this shoka, moha, bhaya, apaha. Basically, these three would be removed from our life. Lamentation of the past, fear of the future, and illusion in the present. All these things, three things would be completely eradicated from a devotee's life. So he would be very pure, very pleasant, very calm, very composed, very contented, very blissful, because he is free from all these anxieties. Yeah, clear so far? Yes, no?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah, one who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things, such a devotee is very dear to me. So basically, even if you gain something or even if you lose something, he neither rejoices nor grieves, because a devotee knows, if I rejoice or if I take joy in gaining something material, then he always knows that there will be definitely a time that I'm going to lose this material thing, and at that time I have to start lamenting for that. So he never rejoices even if he gets something, or he never becomes sorrow even if he loses something. So he never laments, nor desires, nor grieves, and he renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. So basically, to a devotee, basically for us, auspicious and inauspicious means if we wish something and if that happens, that is like auspicious thing to us, right? So, but if we wish something and if something happens against to us, that is like inauspicious thing to us. But for a devotee, you know what happens? Even though it is auspicious or inauspicious, as long as I am connected with you, Krishna, in my given day, that day is actually auspicious. You know what, in bhakti it says, like there is a shloka, and it is said in that shloka that usually the rainy day, whatever plans we make will not be fulfilled. Yes or no? Rainy day will be like it hampers all our plans. We might not be able to go out easily, we might not be able to do our work properly on time. So basically rainy day would be considered as some inauspicious day, like I planned something and it went in a different way. We feel like that. But a devotee, he's like, even though it is a rainy day or a sunny day, even it is something auspicious happening to us or inauspicious happening to us, as long as I am connected to you, Krishna, that is auspicious to me. So even if I gain something, let's say I got profit in my business, but let's say on that particular day, I could not connect to Krishna. I could not remember Krishna. I did not chant my rounds. I did not hear any katha. Basically, I did not remember or thought of Krishna, not even for a single moment. Then a devotee would feel that day is really inauspicious day, even though he had gained success in his life. But on the other hand, even though he might have lost something in his business or financially, he might have lost something, even then, if that devotee was able to connect to Krishna, even at that moment of loss, he was able to connect to Krishna, remember Krishna, and when he was able to hear Harikatha, chant the rounds of the Krishna, then he actually considers that day as auspicious day. Yeah. So auspicious and inauspicious varies from devotee to a non-devotee. As long as a devotee is connected to Krishna, then he considers that day is actually auspicious. On the other hand, it is just inauspicious day. Okay. Yeah. Just go. One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge, and who is engaged in devotional service, such a person is very dear to me. So basically, he is equipoised to friends and enemies also. So generally, what we do, if someone does good to us, we consider him as friend, but if someone has done something bad to us, we consider him as enemy. Yeah, it is just at the level of we getting something from them. Like good to us means we are getting some benefit out of that person, then we consider that person as friend. But if we are getting some loss from a person, then we consider him as an enemy. But as I said, loss and profit, gain or no gain, all these are not at all matter to a devotee. So he will not treat his friend or he will not treat his enemy on a different level. He considers everyone same because he relates everyone as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. That's how he considers, he treats everyone on the equal level. He will neither have hatred towards his enemy or he will neither have so much affection towards his friend. Yeah, he will be equipoised. And what else? Yeah, who is always silent. Now, when we say a devotee should always be silent, like is he not supposed to speak anything? Yes, no? What does silent mean here? Any guesses?
Speak only when necessary.
Okay, that's true, but that necessity is also based on connecting to Krishna. Speak only when it is related to Krishna. Speak only the topics that are related to Krishna. Like if you want to say something about Krishna, you can speak for 4 or 5 hours continuously, but that is still considered as silent. But if the topics are not related to Krishna, like if the topics are related to criticizing someone, gossiping about others, and talking some bad words on the back of a person. So all these things, in all these things, the devotee would become silent. Yeah, silent as in silent with respect to the material talks. But when it comes to Krishna, he might speak for 4 or 5 hours continuously, but still he'll be considered as silent. Yeah, so we should also use our tongue like that. When it is absolutely necessary, when it is absolutely related to the Supreme Lord, then you can go on speaking for multiple hours, no problem. But when it comes to non-material talks, keep ourselves as calm as possible. You know what? By this, the problems that we face in our day-to-day life also reduces. Yes or no? When we maintain our calm, when we maintain our silence in the provoking situations, automatically the number of struggles that we face in our day-to-day life would definitely be reduced. Most of the times we get provoked by the situations and we speak up something which is not supposed to be spoken at that moment, and we end up facing problems. But you know what? By chanting, we get that muscle, we build that muscle. Yeah, after chanting for like few months or like that, you know what, we develop that muscle. Like we feel that earlier when this situation had come, I had spoken some nonsense and I was in trouble at that time, but this time somehow I was able to control myself. Yeah, we feel that realization, we feel that change in us, that because of the power of chanting, Krishna, who was dancing on my tongue, had controlled my tongue in this provoking situation, and now I'm literally saved from this situation. Yeah, so you start realizing this in your life when you actually chant the holy names. Most of the problems happens in our life because of our uncontrolled tongue. Okay, so the tongue will be controlled automatically when you chant the holy names of the Lord, and that in turn reduces the problems in our life. Okay, and uh, who doesn't care for any residence? So he doesn't even bother whether he is staying in a very luxuriant, comfortable place, or whether he is staying in a very narrow place, or whether he is staying in a very ordinary place. He doesn't even bother. As long as he is connected to Krishna, he is fine. So he doesn't even care for his residence also. So all these are the qualities of pure devotees. And if someone possesses these qualities, Krishna is saying, such a person is very dear to me. Yeah. So qualities that make us dear to Krishna: attitude towards oneself, dealing with other living entities, reaction when things happen to them, dealing with it. Basically, again, the same qualities were divided here. So what happens when we possess these qualities? Our attitude towards ourselves changes. So we become nirmama, we become free from the sense of proprietorship. As I said, we understand that everything belongs to Krishna and I'm here for a temporary period. Even though I might be considered as proprietor for this land, for this property, it is just temporary. We understand that everything belongs to Krishna, and when my death comes, this property would be shifted to another one's name. So this is not a permanent asset for me. So if there is anything permanent asset for me, that is my devotion to Krishna. That is the only permanent asset I possess. Yeah. So that feeling we develop towards ourselves. We become free from false ego. As I said, we start understanding that I am not this body. Gatavyada, as I said, we be free from the lamentations of the past, pain free. And Sarvaramba Parityagi, free from all endeavors, as in he will not go for very hard working, very high endeavoring tasks to maintain his material life. See, uh, our time and energy are limited. Yes or no?
Yes, Mataji.
So if we engage our time, energy, consciousness in completely in our material activities, like earning our livelihood, let's say we might be working for a job and our job is consuming like 18, 20 hours of our time, then do we have any time, any energy, any consciousness left to give to Krishna? No, definitely no. Yeah. So basically, what does this devotee do? He will not over endeavor for his material needs. He will do what best he can do, but not he will not over endeavor for that, because he want to actually take care of his bhakti in a more better way. So even though there are some adjustments here and there in my material life, that is okay. But when it comes to the spiritual life, I just don't want to compromise on that. So this is the quality of the devotee. So by this, we start developing this nature towards ourselves and dealing with others. So as I said, we'll become kind to everyone, non-envious, equal to friends and enemies, udhasina, without cares, as in we don't become so happy and we don't become so upset when the results are positive and when the results are negative. So we'll become equipoised and will become stable basically. We don't care whether we get huge success or whether we get failure. So we'll become equal. As long as my endeavors are perfect, then I don't bother, because I am not the one who is the doer. There is Krishna and there is the time or time factor involved in the results. So I will not be too much worried about the results. Always free from contaminating association. Basically, a devotee should be very careful in associating with the materialistic persons. So when we associate with people who are too much after material sense enjoyment, then it is highly dangerous for our bhakti. Okay, so we should maintain right association. So dealings with others, what happens? We will stay away from the contaminating association and we will maintain silence. As I said, because of this, if we don't involve or if we don't talk in matters that are really provoking, that would cause disturbance, then we automatically become silent. That's how we deal with other living entities. And reacting to situations, so he'll be satisfied, neither rejoice nor grieves over material gain or loss, self-controlled. Yeah, he's completely controlled. He's controlled at the senses level, he's controlled at the mind level, he's controlled at the intelligence level, because he had taken the shelter of the supreme controller, and that's how he got the control on his senses, mind, and intelligence. So he neither laments nor desires. He maintains tolerance, transcendental in face of all kinds of auspicious, inauspicious, and sinful acts, equipoised in happiness and distress, equipoised in dualities, anapeksha. Neutral means free from expectations, basically. Yeah, this is also one thing where we go wrong. We expect so much from others that when they don't meet up our expectations, we get dissatisfied. Yes. So a devotee will be neutral and he will not maintain like unrealistic expectations on the people. Yeah. So by this, we will become peaceful and we will also make others peaceful also. Yeah. Does not care for any residence. Suchi, he will be pure and daksha, he is expert. And dealings with the Lord, we become determined. We become so much determined in the path of devotional service. Our mind and intelligence will be fixed on the Supreme Lord. We will engage in the devotional service and will become fixed in the path of devotion. So, by this, by when we practice bhakti, we develop all these qualities, and with these qualities, our attitude with ourselves, our dealings with others, our dealings with basically the Supreme Lord, and our reactions to the situations in our life, everything changes. Yeah. So the bhakti, it is It is not something that gives some benefit only after living this life. Bhakti is something that actually gives benefit to us in every moment of the life that we are living. Yeah. By developing all these qualities, by following the devotional service, we start developing these qualities. And with those qualities, even the life that we are staying here will become blissful and full of peace. Yeah. So this is the glories of, or basically the devotee's disposition. And we have seen many qualities of devotees. And the last slide is those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. So if we want to become very dear and close to Krishna's heart, then what is Krishna saying? We have to take to the path of devotional service. Yeah, and we have to completely engage ourselves in this path and with faith basically, and we should make Krishna as our supreme goal. By that we'll become very, very dear to the Lord. So the path is open for everyone, so it is up to us whether we want to be dear to the supreme Lord or not. Yeah. And
Yes.
if you ever want to become dear to the supreme Lord, the process is taking to ABCD. Simple. ABCD. Okay. Association,
It,
books, chanting. So it is
it is
so simple. Just by following this process, we can reach to the stage of becoming a dear, dearmost person to the Supreme Lord. Okay. This is about,
Mataji,
yes, Mataji, this is about a 12th chapter.
can we explain about the 12.12?
12.12. Okay, one second.
Shri Jnanam Abhyas.
Yeah. This one, Mataji, let me tell you this. So basically here, Krishna is comparing different paths here. It is like uh, engage yourself in the, like if you cannot take to the sadhana bhakti, if you cannot take to the practice, take to this practice, the sadhana bhakti, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Like at least know about me. Okay,
Hmm.
try to know about me. Better than knowledge is, however, meditation. So better than knowing about Krishna is, what is the better option for that? Here Krishna is saying, you meditate on me, you connect yourself to me. And then
Hmm.
what is Krishna saying further? Even better than meditation is renunciation of roots of action. So basically, meditation is the topmost thing, like connecting to the Supreme Lord is the topmost thing. Then why is Krishna saying renunciation of the roots of action is better? Because for
If
your
a person is not able to do that,
exactly. For your capacity, if you are
okay.
not fit for the level of meditation, then at least take to the renunciation of the fruits of action. Like when you are acting, give up the results. You renounce the results, be detached from the results. Through that also, you can attain the peace of mind. So Krishna is giving some comparison between the different stages here, Mataji. So, but
Hmm.
for our level, if you are unable to take to the higher stages of devotion, at least you do the work, giving up the results of your work. Through that, you will attain peace. So that is what
Same as 12.8 to
11.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally he is explaining.
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. This is about our 12th chapter, Mataji's, the devotional service. Is it clear? Is it confusing or is it too much of discussion?
It's clear, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much,
Mataji,
Mataji. Okay, sorry.
from tomorrow it is Gnana Yoga, no?
Yes, Gnana Yoga. 13 to 18 chapters. They are mostly dealt with the Gnana Yoga concepts, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Divya Mataji, you were saying something?
Yeah, I have missed few chapters.
Few chapters.
Yeah. Ma'am, but then Mataji, that was a nice concept that we should do the adjustments in the material life, but we should not do any compromise on the
Exactly.
bhakti.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. And that fixed is one of the bullet points you mentioned, that
Yes.
we will on the fixed path
Yes.
because of deviations we are not able to go to the path which our soul wants to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you, Mataji.
thank you so much, Mataji. I request you to please watch the recordings of our earlier sessions, Mataji, since you have missed them.
Yes, I'll do that. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रील गुरुदेव की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. So let us chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Yeah.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, 12 times.
12 times? You're ready for 12 times? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, let us go for 12 times then. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yeah. Let us meet again tomorrow with the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So, are the concepts clear? Like, so far we have discussed the 2 yogas, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. So, are they clear to you? Or is it like bombarding yourself with too much of information? Or is it like not related to us, Mataji? Like, what is your feeling? Is it clear? Are you learning something?
All
Clear,
the
Mataji.
chapters are very clear, Mataji.
Okay, nice. If they are clear, then good. Yes. Fine. Thank you so much, Mataji. Let us meet tomorrow with 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.